Hello guys, and in today's YouTube video we're going to be talking about week 1 of Season of the Haunted for Trials of Osiris. So to start, this week we did get World's First. Again, it's like the 5th time in a row. I think we did a 26-minute and 30 card, which is the fastest we've ever done, but that was definitely because of the fact that the matchmaking was the way it was. It was very evident that that was the reason, and that will probably never happen again unless they do something similar to like what they've done. So as well, you know, I've been playing, as I'm recording this for people that aren't here. I'm recording this like in the stream. I'm recording this live on stream, so to all the people that are here in stream, appreciate you guys. As I'm recording this, Trials is having some, or Destiny 2 is having some matchmaking issues, or just not matchmaking issues, but server issues that like are keeping us from actually playing the game. So I decided in the middle of my stream that I would take some time to record a video for 1 p.m. But anyway, let's get into the specifics of Trials and like this week and, you know, weapon usage and stuff like that. So to start, obviously this is the first week of Trials with Airborne accuracy being present, the new Airborne accuracy system being present. And with that being said, there's like, it's very prevalent that like the Airborne accuracy system is not good, and I think Bungie is seeing that, hopefully, and I hope that they come to like a swift conclusion about what they want to do with that, like within the next couple weeks, because I don't want this to be something that drags on for months and months. But it probably will get pushed back for months and months. They might say something about it, but classy restoration as well and healing nades have definitely been something that you see a lot of this week. That and Lordly Splendor. I feel like you almost see more of that than anything. There's a lot of classy restoration because it's just really good. I don't blame people for using it, but I feel like classy restoration is good, but it's not so good to the point where it's like oppressive. It's just kind of annoying. It's definitely not as good as like Invis Hunters or anything like that. So like for me personally, I still run Invis Hunter with like Omni Oculus and Lord of Wolves if I feel like I have to try and have like a really hard game. It's either that or I put on a No Time to Explain and a Fusion with Omni Oculus, because No Time to Explain as well on this map is super strong. It's just super strong in general. It's literally like the best primary and best pulse in the entire game, so that's another really good weapon to use with Omni Oculus. I think the matchmaking as well, because that's one thing that's changed this week, is we don't have Flawless Pool. It's the first week we haven't had Flawless Pool in a very long time, and I don't mind the matchmaking. I think the games are kind of like boring per se, but that is because, you know, that's not going to be the case for everyone. There's a lot of people that do not like the matchmaking. Like I've streamed probably about 50 something hours. I would say 56 hours so far of Trials, and I've seen a lot of people say things like they miss Flawless Pool and they think it's dumb, and why doesn't Bungie keep Freelance Pool? So when people say things like, how do people like Flawless Pool and like who even wants Freelance, like there is people that want those things, and there's always going to be people that want those things, always in the game. Like when Bungie does something, it's because someone asked for it. Like the in-air accuracy, there was tons of people that wanted Stompies to get nerfed, and tons of people that felt like hand cannons were way too powerful in the air, and they wanted the game to be more grounded. You know, you might not be one of those people, and the people you're friends with might not be one of those people, but there is people out there that wanted those things, and Bungie agreed with that or wanted to try it out. But overall, I feel like this week for most people is going to be like some of the best. For me, like I'm at the moment, let me take a look really quick as I am recording this. I believe I'm dropping like a 5.0, like a 5.4, with 5 losses over like 500 games, and I have like 66 plus cards, which I think is probably the most cards I've done in any weekend ever. This weekend's definitely gonna be the most I've ever played of Trials, like at all, ever, hands down. And you know, I don't think that that should be possible. Like even for someone that like someone might think is like really good, I don't think you should be able to, especially doing carries. That just should not be something that's possible. So unfortunately, currently it is, and I think, I don't know, maybe it should be possible. I just feel like with the Flawless Pool, that would be something that is never possible for me. It doesn't matter how good you are, you cannot drop like a 5.0 over like 500 games while you're doing carries, because you're going to be playing good teams that are just not going to allow that to happen. Whereas in this current pool, like I play a good team very rarely, and actually all the teams I've lost to, like 90% of the teams I lost to are like Bubble Titan teams or well teams. Like it's pretty much all it is, unfortunately, and usually when we have a tougher carry. So I think in terms of a weekend. This has been a very like chill weekend. It's obviously the first weekend of trials for the Season of the Haunted, so it's not going to be tough. Certainly not going to be like some of the last weekends we had in Season of the Risen, I believe it's called. That was last season. So, and it's gonna continue to get harder though, as trials always does at the beginning of the season. So, unfortunately as well this week, we only got the scout. Like, there's no new weapons that are adept. The armor is there, but I mean, for me personally, I'm not too big on the armor, and I think they definitely need to increase the incentives. I think there's a trials shader, but I've been flawless 66 times, or like almost 70 times, and I don't think I've ever gotten that shader. So I definitely haven't. I haven't gotten the shader, I haven't gotten the ship, I haven't gotten the sparrow, got none of it. So not that I even care, but you know, it's stuff, but I just feel like the incentive isn't really, with the weapons especially. Like the sidearm I think is a good sidearm, and I think the fusion's decent, but I don't see the sidearm and the fusion really pushing the longevity of Trials of Osiris very far. Like I think like 1 or 2 weeks where those weapons are the weapon, which is probably what it's going to be anyway, I guess, and people will kind of be done with those weapons for the most part, and it won't really be something that's even sought. I don't even see it being something that's sought after because it's good and people want to have like those good guns. I think it would be something that's sought after just quite simply because it's new and that's it. And some people might not even go for it even for that reason. So as well, I'm recording this on stream. Someone said something like flawless pool does nothing because people still reset their cards and stop non-flawless pool, and that's true. When we have flawless pool, people just reset their cards. And some people don't, like I don't reset my cards. And I think one thing Bungie should do if they were to implement flawless pool again is to make it once you get 7 wins in a row, regardless of whether or not you've been flawless, you're put into the flawless pool to kind of negate that. And that will actually, I think, make flawless pool more manageable because those players will be put in the pool and they won't be able to farm like, you know, players that they should not be playing, but they're, you know, exploiting the system, so to speak. Or Bungie's allowing them to exploit the system because this has been a problem ever since flawless pool was ever created, and they have yet to fix it, and there's no way that they do not know about it. So that was a really good point brought up by someone in the chat that I've seen as I'm recording this, because I am recording this video. This is the first one that I've recorded live on stream, but yeah, I'm recording this video live on stream. That's one thing they definitely need to look at if they are going to implement it. So, but other than that, I think we will conclude this video for Trials of Osiris, the weekly review of Trials of Osiris. Obviously, once again, as I am recording this, I am not done with my week. I still have hundreds of games to play and tons of cards to do. 66 cards in, or 60 plus cards in, and almost 500 games in. I feel like it wasn't a horrible week. I enjoyed it a lot. I obviously put a lot of time into it. I'm really worried about the longevity of it, as I mean I always am, because I feel like the playlist really struggles longevity wise. But yeah. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.